Thank you very much. I remember coming here earlier in the opening to give an overview of what we do. I think it is appropriate that we come in end to close off to give you another understanding of what we do. Kind of like to bring the pictures to life and draw some of the members. We will project some of the things that we do on a daily basis on the ranch. And then, but what I will do is to give you an understanding of why each of those things are important. Or you be able to get an understanding of why are we doing those things? Well, basically, the NFR Ranch was started in June of 1998, so we actually celebrating our 80th anniversary this month. And I think it is so appropriate and so timely to have this exhibition at this time, because it's running during our anniversary month. Now, back in 1998, it would have been just 15 years ago. That's a few years ago. And I had the idea to start something that would be innovative and attract young people into wholesome activity. My challenge at the time is that a lot of wholesome activity that was promoted to the youth, and my generation, my peers, were not as attractive as the not so wholesome activities. And I think that that is still the case today. As I speak to church leaders, as I speak to people in youth groups and so on, I always tell them, if you look at your poster and compare to the poster for a FEC or something, you can see the difference in innovation. I'm not telling you to put half anything on your poster, but understand, I'm talking at the level of innovation. The NFR Ranch represents that type of innovation. What we have done is taken a lot of things that young people would like and enjoy and put it into a wholesome environment. So you see bikes on the road, and they make a lot of noise, they wheel in the air, and it annoys the average pedestrian and driver. But the guys love it. So what we do off-road riding. You see boys on the block, and they are also in love with guns. So we promote BB shooting, paintball shooting, guns for fun, guns responsible. So that's the same thing again. Now, in your various communities, you may see, and especially in the urban part of Barbados, in urban, very low residential areas, you will see boys with horses. And they're up and down, yes, right? They're up and down in a most irresponsible way. We teach responsible riding and care for horses. So here you have an opportunity and an avenue where you can enjoy all of the negative facets of the society, from the part of the society in a negative way, in a positive and wholesome way. And that is what the NFR Ranch represents. Now, if you look from 1998 to 2008, 10 years, with a small community, the youth group, as they call it, because we used to operate mainly in the Black Rock area and surrounding areas. But in 2008, we given some land, or loaned some land in the Trents area, and then we attracted the attention then at the national level. So then as counselors used to hear about us, some more parents started to hear about us, the probation department started hearing about us, and we've been able to develop a reputation for successfully bringing about behavior modification in young people. In other words, giving them some good change. Before we were not so good at that, what we realized, what we used to do is engage their time and energy. So what they would do, they would come to this NFR Ranch, a place where they love, get involved in agriculture, horses and so on, and by the time they get home, they were so tired, there was no time to get trouble. There was no time to get back on probation. There was no time for parents, teachers, or anyone to complain, because it was bang and back to the ranch, especially in vacation time. What I learned in 2008-9, we had a lot of transportation difficulties, and because of logistics, we hardly ever had any like shower facilities and so on. So we never had somebody to catch the bus. We pick up and drop off. There's always a shuttle provision provided within the group. When that shuttle goes down, suddenly we started to realize that we were not really bringing about meaningful change. Because when the shuttle went down, people went to prison. People went back on probation. Teachers and then the counselors started to call again. Parents started to call again. So then we realized we were not bringing about meaningful change. So one of the things we instituted from 2010 was to look at behavior modification in a holistic way. How did we do that? What we started to do was to tap into the passions and goals of these individuals. What are some of the things that you want to do with your life? And as I tell people in my everyday going around, whether it's in prison, schools, or so on, the most popular thing when you ask a young person as they travel up what you want to be, the most popular answer is they don't know. And therefore, any road takes you there. So teenage pregnancy takes you there. Drug use can take you there. Anything, violence, crime, incarceration takes you there because you are going nowhere. But when you tap into the passions of what they love and where they want to go, I want to be a jockey. I want to be a vet. I want to be a designer. You can tap into that passion. Tap into sit down plan and to see it. Then what you have is an individual who is less likely to get involved in the things that I mentioned because it will take them away from those passions and goals. So that is the number one thing. There's some other things that are major as well. Love, respect, and affirmation. A lot of times you hear about these boys on the block, these boys with the guns and so on. Boys just like in school with them, they know them, whatever. The difference is that they seek their affirmation on a blog. They seek their affirmation on the front page of the Nation newspaper in handcuffs because they get street cred. They get stripes for appearing on the paper, for appearing in the 7 o'clock news. That's where they get their affirmation from. But where do they get their affirmation from? They get their affirmation, they get their stripes in a different way by achieving at the various activities that we have here. By achieving their passions and their goals when they sign up and they get their license to go and ride on the horse. That is their affirmation. That is their holding up their hands in front of the newspaper. It's a whole different ballgame. And that is really putting in a nutshell what Nature Farm Ranch has been and is today. That is where we are. Now, as it stands in 2016, the Nature Farm Ranch is a 10-acre lot in Roosevelt, St. Andrew, where we do a lot of the things that you see there. Most recently, we went into the whole idea of production in a serious way. So more crop production, and we started doing the boiler raising. So we had our first set of chickens being sold, and once it's been selling quite good, we're very quite happy with that. We want to get the sheep, rabbits, so on, scale it up. So that's where we are heading towards now. Because as you'd appreciate, to run an organization like this has been a lot of stress. It made me who I am, and I say me, the other facilitators, because we had to go through a lot of stress to make this happen. This received no assistance from government, some assistance here from corporate governments, a little assistance here from charity foundation that help an organization such as this. So a lot of the burden was on these guys themselves to put in as much as they can. Their dedication, I can't even start to talk about tonight. Because there are times when some of these, the rain is falling, they come home, they make sure that the horses and so on are cared for. There are times, I remember one guy, he's not here tonight, he had a nail job, and he was coming off of a broken foot on the other foot. So he was like wobbly woe. And at the end of the day, he would wobble and he would go up to the branch every single day. That is sort of dedication that keeps me going. As I say, they work with me. And people have it the other way around. They may work with them, but they work with me. In terms of making sure that we can all work together to bring about that meaningful change. So that's basically the Nature Farm Ranch in a nutshell. And I will stop at this point and ask if anyone has any questions, have any questions that they want to ask at this time. Not everybody is saying thing, one person at a time. One person, one. And I do know you have questions, so let's go.
I'm interested in stripes on shirts. When you mentioned it, so how do you get that in?
Actually, I'll tell you a joke with these. What would happen if we were getting the short search done? And there was a stripe put by accident, right? Yes, it was by accident. And then we organize it into earning the stripes. These earning stripes speak specifically to ranking the group now. So the ones with one stripe, they are the ranchers. The ones with the 2 stripes, they are the directors. So they're responsible for various areas in the group. But actually, make it interesting. I let you hear from them, but let the ones with 2 stripes tell you what it is they're in charge of. I'm going to spot one of the things that we do public speaking and so on. It is a holistic program. They must learn skills. They can't go at all. They will not be here forever. So we start over here. He will tell you his name and his department, what it is.
Good evening.
And what exactly is that? What do you do?
I am the administration and marketing set up the meeting.
activity and everybody hands are active. Yeah, occupied and not being in trouble.
Good night.
But things like we are building a we're building boiler paints because we want to increase that. So you can put your hands to that. So you can put your hands to the plow. Come in and you providing mentorship, working with you, working with you. That's another way that you can do it. In terms of school, we put a lot of them for a lot in school. And we, in our environment, they take school a little bit more serious because we make it a little bit more fun. So they're competing with spelling and so on. And it's a lot of fun. Trust me, you do it like Jeopardy or something, you make learning fun. So they need people to facilitate things like that. Of course, there's always things in terms of transportation, driving, mechanical work. You name it, I can't think of a way that we will ever turn down help, especially financial help. Because to buy the things you need, you would. Or you need the donation, you would. So assistance in kind is always accepted. Financial donations always accepted. Human resource help always accepted. So there's a myriad of ways that you can assist in the project. So it's almost endless. Endless.
You said that you focus on prevention. That means obviously you get lots of applicants from schools and stuff. But there seems to be a full day program. It's not an absolute school something. Okay, so then that means that there's no age limit.
Let me explain that to you.
Yeah.
Recently, when I look at a lot of the PR on the ranch, it is actually most time advertised as an at-risk youth organization, helping with rehabilitation. When I recently did a business plan, strategic plan for someone on the ranch, I realized that actually that only represents about 25 to 30% rehabilitation part. A lot of it is prevention. Simply because when they come out to the ranch and participate in activities, they put it up on their Facebook, they put it on WhatsApp. A lot of their friends want to come up, and some of their friends get to come up, and then their friends come. So a lot of these people are normal community people. They're not necessarily people that need of rehabilitation. But at times, the probation department, the psychologist administrative education, some magistrates and so on, they said we need an intermediary. Everyone that comes before us doesn't need to go to gym. And this program is a good program for them, right? So that includes that. Now, in terms of the everyday program versus the weekend program versus the vacation program, how it works is there's certain people who are on ranch that they're there every day. The tomato is called the staff force. Many not paid, sometimes a little stipend here or whatever, but they represent the core of what keeps the ranch maintained every single day. The animals have to be fed every day, the plants have to be watered every day, that kind of thing. But for the main part, the membership, they come out some after school, most on weekends, and then vacation, it's like our place where we live. We just go home to sleep and come back. And that is how we set up the logistics.
You mentioned that the probation department, the psychologists and administrators are governmental organizations that are sending people there. So how can we lobby the government actors for to say that?
All those organizations that I mentioned, bar none, they send people, never send money, right? They all send people, they send people, they send people. And I guess it's because it is convenient to send them, and because of our track record, they send them, but they never send money. One of the things that I have done personally to do, and I'll tell you how we can support it, is to write to the permanent secretary. Those are the persons who control the heads within, the spending heads within the ministries. And twice we went about that process, actually came almost to completion with one, and then they retired. The next person said, everybody got to start from scratch, you understand? So that was the case here. But I guess to raise your voice, whether it's on the calling program, in the newspaper, to pick up the phone, call somebody, we all know people. And lobby for a group like Nature from Ranch, write an article, letter to the editor, on Facebook. It's just to let your voice be heard as citizens. Why a group like this should not only be assisted, because my passion really is to have this idea replicated across the country, so that people from across continents can benefit from this. So you got your work cut out for it. I look forward to that. I'm going to share and words of these people. So that's it. Any other questions? Anything we want to know? Anyone want to get in contact with us? Of course, you can get in contact with us through Sharice. I'm going to take this opportunity on behalf of the management and members of the staff to thank Caring for a Cause, the entire committee who came up, visited, and they hit the ground running. And then our committee represents what we need in Barbados. A lot of people in Barbados love to curse the darkness. But what they did was they like the candle. And this is the way in which it helps. Instead of just saying, these bad boys showing that the players can hate court, because all the footage. What they did was, they actually set up an exhibition, like a raise fund for an organization that's trying to bring about change. So they should be applauded. So thank you all very much for having us.
You're very welcome.
Yes, thank you everybody for coming.